Bonjour, Yann.
Nice to meet you.
We're in Tain Hermitage today. We just had a very nice lunch, but earlier today we were at Yann Chave, just on the edge of the Hermitage Hill, the region of Crozes Hermitage, and we had a very good tasting of the 2016 wines, which are all finished and bottled and will be coming to Australia soon, and also the 2017s that are in tank. The two vintages are quite different. Yann, could you just tell us a little bit about the differences of the 16 and the 17 vintage?
Well, 16 is a very nice vintage. It's very drinkable vintage. Maybe it's not a vintage to keep a very, very long times, like 15 or 17, but it's you have many pleasure with this wine. And I think it's possible to keep a time.
Yeah.
17, it's amazing vintage for another thing. Well, it's very hot summer, and its production is a little bit low, but it's not very it's not a heavy vintage. I think it's possible to keep this vintage a little bit more. And it's very interesting for many things, and you have many fruits, you remember, and I think it's a little bit amazing vintage because it's not like 15, it's not like 9, 3 when we have another summer. It's very difficult to compare this vintage.
Yeah.
And you don't remember for the white. For the white, it's very nice too.
Oh yeah, no, it was a very good white with Marsanne, Roussanne, good freshness and vibrancy. One of the things that I think is quite interesting at Yann Chave is you make 3 wines. You make the Crozes Hermitage, the Crozes Hermitage Le Rouge, and the Hermitage. The Crozes Hermitage, the normal wine is no oak and just in stainless steel. The Le Rouge, however, and the Hermitage, you use larger 600 litre barrels. Could you just explain why you've chosen that larger barrel? It certainly suits the wine very well.
For the demi-muid, so it's 600 litres, and I think it's very nice for this thing. It's it's logic. Usually it's more the barrel, and barrel it's 220 liters, so it's more okay.
Yeah.
And I think the demi-muid 600, so it's less okay. And it's very interesting for the Shiraz, or Syrah, because if you want a wine with many fruits, and you would like a very good micro-oxygenation, and it's very important for the Syrah, because Syrah need oxygen.
Yeah.
It's not like, for example, Grenache or Pinot Noir. So I think Syrah need a micro-oxygenation, but I don't think it's very important to have a wine very okay. And so when you have a large barrel like the demi-muid, it's a very good combination.
Fantastic. We've been very fortunate at lunch here to try the 2007 Hermitage, and this is it's 10 years since it was made, and it's in a very pretty place. You can see here the colour is fantastic, but it's just come together and it has a really wonderful lift. It's still young, it still needs time. But I think you were saying before that this period of 10 years of age, particularly for the Hermitage, is a good time to start to look.
I think, when it's a good wine and a good vintage, it's good every time.
Yeah.
And so I remember 7 when it's the beginning of this vintage is very nice. Now it's 10 years, it's very nice too. And I think in 10 years after, it's very nice.
Yeah, okay. So now we've just been asking everyone that we've gone along a few little different questions, just to try and get a bit of personality to work out. So first question is, if tomorrow was your last meal that you were having, what would you order, and what wine would you choose to go with it?
It's a difficult question. It's not my wines because I like my wines, of course, but I have two appellations I love, and so I think it's one Volnay at the beginning and a Château du Pape because I love Château du Pape.
Okay, very good. And what would you eat? What would be your choice of dish?
I think for like many French people, it's a beef for the meat. And cheese, of course.
Very good.
And maybe for the starters, enough moret. I love it.
Fair enough. Very Burgundian. Very good. Okay, so if you weren't a winemaker in Crow's Hermitage, what would be your profession? What would be your ideal other job if you weren't being a winemaker? The French rugby coach or the national team?
No. At the beginning, when I finished my studies, I would like to be military.
Okay.
And I was in the military lycée in Aix-en-Provence, and I would like to be a parachutist.
Paratrooper?
Yes. And for my military service is this one.
This is one, okay. Fair enough. Well, watch out. Okay. When things are not going well, the French rugby team is not in front, or what is your favourite swear word? What is your favourite? I don't know what's your favourite swear word, like shit or fuck.
C'est quoi ton gros mot favori?
We'll cut this bit out.
Fuck.
There you go.
Excuse me.
Okay, last question is, and this again is a bit of a strange question, but okay, so in many years from now, your time on earth is finished, and you're going to heaven. You get to the pearly gates.
Yes.
And St. Peter is there, and you're at the front of the queue. He can see your whole life there, and you're on the list. What do you hope that he will say to you, or what question will he have, or what will be his view of you, what you've done?
Tu as bien profité. You have bien.
You enjoyed.
Yeah,
you've enjoyed yourself.
Yes.
Good job.
Good job. I don't know, but I think it's this way. Yeah, because my father say every time, "Oh, my job is not like this," and my son say at me, he said, "I would like your job because it's very nice because you are every time you meet many people, many country, and yes, I'm not a military, but fortunately because it's very good job, and owing to this wine, with the wine, it's possible to share my passion.
Absolutely.
And so I think it's a very good job.
Well, I'll say cheers to that.
Cheers.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.